Hello, this is Tom Still from the Wisconsin Technology Council, and thank you for joining us on today's edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced in conjunction with the Tech Council and WisBusiness.com, and with the help of our sponsors, BDO, UWM, and Exact Sciences. Hello again, this is Tom Still from the Wisconsin Technology Council. We hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving weekend and is looking forward to a great holiday season. We'll start with some recent Tech Council events. On November 16th, we held a trade policy webinar with a number of guests in concert with WisBusiness.com on Wisconsin's long-term economic ties to Japan. Here's the link for you to learn more. November 22nd, we featured researchers from the Morgridge Institute for Research talking about breakthroughs in the study of human metabolism. That's important because it could lead to treatments for cancer and many other diseases. Look for more soon about that particular event. The Wisconsin Early Stage Symposium was held November 9th and 10th at Monona Terrace. A lot of features about the conference are listed here. We had 405 total attendees over the 2 days, and you can read our It's a Wrap summary of all the coverage and highlights of the conference by going to the link below. One of the highlights, of course, was our keynote speaker, Bobby Franklin, president of the National Venture Capital Association. One coming event will be December 1st in Wauwatosa, where we will talk about the new Panther Partnering Program at UW-Milwaukee. What this aims to do is really simplify tech transfer, meaning how research and development ideas get into the marketplace. So you can learn more over lunch that day, December 1st. Pictured here is Jessica Silvaggi from the UWM Research Foundation, who will be running that program. Next up, we'll hear from Zachary Popp. Zachary was the winner of this year's Elevator Pitch Olympics at the Early Stage Symposium. Hello, this is Tom Still from the Wisconsin Technology Council, and back with today's show, our guest, Zachary Popp of Sativa Building Systems in Wittenberg, which is basically in central Wisconsin, kind of close to Wausau, Shawanoe County. Zach was the winner of this year's Elevator Pitch Olympics contest at the Wisconsin Early Stage Symposium. So welcome, Zach.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tom. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. Great to have you on. Well, first, I guess just basically tell us what Sativa Building Systems is. I mean, I think it's a great example of green construction, and that's an emerging trend everywhere. So yeah, give us the quick version on that.
Yeah, sure. So Sativa Building Systems, we make what I like to say is superior and sustainable building materials. So our flagship product is called the Z panel, and it's a hempcrete based wall panel. And hempcrete isn't a household name right now, but our goal is to make it a household name, but has really unique properties in the way that it's mold resistant, pest resistant, rot resistant, fire resistant, and it's even carbon negative. So that's where that sustainable piece comes in. So that's our main product right now, and essentially it's used to construct the walls of buildings. We're a pretty early stage startup, but we do have a manufacturing center here in central Wisconsin.
Excellent. So one of the 1001 different uses of hemp.
That's right. Yeah, it's making a comeback. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's very, very pliable and durable. So, what are your main issues? I'm going to assume people have been using concrete panels, traditional concrete, for decades, eons almost. And but concrete comes with some issues. I mean, it can be, there can be some mold problems. There's a carbon problem. I think it's one of the 3 largest carbon emitters, concrete production in the world. So, but at the end of the day, you got to work with builders and others to convince them this is the way they need to go. How does that work for you?
Yeah, great question. What I like to kind of tell people is that hempcrete isn't fully a concrete replacement. Concrete is still good for certain applications. It's great where you have ground contact because it won't rot. Where it's not so great is when you have above grade wall construction, because it has no thermal insulation. I mean, concrete has, an R value of almost nothing. So that means that it conducts heat and cold a lot. That's where hempcrete is really unique, because hempcrete has a pretty substantial R value. It can insulate a wall. Concrete never is an insulator. And also hempcrete is very lightweight. And so certain applications, you don't want a lot of weight. Hempcrete is about 1/6 the weight of concrete. In addition, it has a lot of those properties that concrete has. It's fire resistant, it's rot resistant, it's termite resistant. It has all those properties, but it also is it has it doesn't take up much carbon, or it doesn't produce any carbon. In fact, it's carbon negative. So that's where, like you said, concrete is very carbon intensive. So that's where there's a big benefit with hempcrete.
And what's the strength of hempcrete? As you noted, it's 1/6 the weight. How does it measure up on strength?
Yeah, so in certain dimensions, it's very strong. So it's very pliable. So it gives relatively well.
So let's talk a little bit about the contest itself. It was 90 seconds and a cloud of dust. I mean, you and about 15 other competitors there. What were your impressions? I mean, a lot of other good companies, good young companies.
Oh, it was great just to connect with some of those other founders. Really cool stuff is out there. I mean, I was surprised to see what is happening here in Wisconsin. Yeah, just in terms of the elevator pitch Olympics, 90 seconds. When I originally heard that it was a 90-second pitch contest, I'm like, I don't even know if I can get this down to 90 seconds. This is hard. But it was a really good exercise to try to be as concise as possible, because I've always felt like, well, I need a little bit of time to explain, what my product does, because I first need to explain what hempcrete is, and then I need to explain how ours is, making it better. And it was tough to get it down to 90 seconds, but I really liked that exercise because it forced me to be concise, and I'm not always the most concise person. So I really enjoyed it, and I would encourage any founder, if even if they don't have to do a 90-second pitch contest, try to get your pitch to 90 seconds, because it's a great exercise to try to just be as concise as possible.
Absolutely. Well, and you obviously did something right, because you did win that and impress those judges. So thank you, Zach, for taking part, you and Sativa Building Systems. And well, we hope to see you again soon on some other formats as we look to further expose the company.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I hope to get out there as much as possible and be involved, and hopefully in a few years, it's our company is more of a household name than it is right now. That's the goal.
It's good. A great goal. Thanks, Zach.
Yeah, thank you, Tom.
We continue to follow the National Science Foundation's Regional Innovation Engines program. This is reinvestment in science and tech through federal initiatives such as the CHIP and Science Act, the Inflation Reduction Act, and Build Back Better. Within that is the NSF's Regional Innovation Engine program, which has generated a number of team proposals in Wisconsin. Major universities, companies, and institutions such as the Tech Council are involved. And we've been expressing support for this process all along, going back to 2019 and 2020, when the Endless Frontier Act was first proposed. Thanks again to our sponsors, BDO, UWM, and Exact Sciences. We'll see you next time.